Hello Nimbus, if you have been watching my happy marriage anime, then in episode 11, we got to see Sumi Saimori, Miyo's mother's backstory. So, why Sumi married to the Saimori family? Why Miyo's mother had to seal Miyo's supernatural abilities? It all had a valid reason. So let's begin. Miyo's mother Sumi Saimori was originally an Usuba by blood. Her abilities were telepathy and sealing technique. Telepathy is one of the special powers of the Usuba family. This gift enables Sumi to affect the minds of other people. She could use it to express thoughts in one's head and feelings in one's heart without resorting to verbal or bodily avenues of communication. Having this gift also meant that her children would be born with the gift of dream sight. Sealing power. Sumi possesses the power to place a seal on an individual, effectively restricting or blocking their gift. It was through this method that Sumi sealed her daughter's dream sight, preventing its use and concealing it from detection. Sumi was born as the daughter of Yashiro Usuba. She was part of the Usuba family, a clan with a long family history with members possessing special powers. A strict code of conduct was placed on the family. Because of that, like the rest of the family, she had to live under a pseudonym. Usuba were not allowed to use their original surname. She attended girls' school in the imperial capital under the name Sumi Tsuruki. Sumi awakened the gift of telepathy, a gift that rarely come along, which excited the whole Usuba family. As a telepathy user, Sumi was expected to give birth to a gift user with dream sight, which is considered the strongest gift of them all. To try to increase those chances as much as possible, Yashiro himself wanted to marry her to a distant relative when she is of marriageable age. But that didn't work out when the business of the family's firm, Tsuruki Trading, waned and the family was living in near starvation. They could no longer entertain any thoughts of marriage. Usuba's financial condition started deteriorating. Just before the whole family was about to be forced into the streets, the head of the Saimori family somehow heard of their plight and offered a marriage in exchange for financial support. At the time, Yashiro could see that the Saimoris were heading into decline and never wanted to hand his precious daughter over to a family like them. He was against the marriage and rejected the offer, but the Saimoris were persistent and would keep sending proposals. Ultimately, in order to save her family, Sumi overcame Yashiro's objections and accepted their offer without consulting Yashiro. Sumi sacrificed her own life, her worth, for her family's sake. After Sumi married Shinichi Saimori, her family received financial assistance from the Saimoris and the Usuba were able to recover from the financial slump. Her husband Shinichi was opposed to the marriage, as he was in love with a woman named Kanoko and had to break off his relationship with her as his family insisted on the arranged marriage with Sumi. Shinichi only married Sumi to get the gift of dream sight into his family. He didn't want to marry her, but he had to. He was under pressure to marry her. The Saimoris were hungering after the Usuba gift. After the emperor told them about the dream gift potential and passed them a heavy sum to pursue Sumi. From their loveless marriage, she gave birth to our precious Miyo Saimori. With her telepathy ability, Sumi discovered that her daughter indeed had the gift of the dream sight. Fearing that Miyo's abilities would be exploited, she sealed daughter's powers away, as soon as she was born and pretended she didn't have any gift. When her husband discovered that Miyo couldn't demonstrate the spirit sight ability, he was under the impression that she is giftless and resented her for it. He'd felt bitter dejection when the child of the woman he'd been forced to marry in spite of his love for another hadn't fulfilled the familial expectation of inheriting the gift. To Sumi's sadness, he turned his back on Miyo, who begged him not to reject his daughter. When Miyo was 2 years old, Sumi passed away from illness and her husband wasted no time in remarrying his former lover. Miyo's mother made a sacrifice for the betterment of the Usuba clan. Despite her father's objections, she forced her family to marry her off to Shinichi Saimori in order to protect the clan. Following generations of consanguineous marriages to preserve the clan's gift, Sumi Usuba became the first woman to marry outside the clan. The reason for this is that the Usuba family's head did not want another family to profit from their supernatural ability. The Usuba clan was in crisis at the time, and the emperor, Prince Takahito's father, plotted to weaken the entire clan. The emperor was afraid of the Usuba, because he believed that dream sight was far greater and more powerful than his own gift, the divine revelation. The emperor feared that if Sumi married another member of the Usuba clan, they would have a child with thick Usuba blood. The more Usuba blood the child possesses, the stronger he or she will become. The emperor became concerned that the Usuba would be able to depose him. To avoid this, the emperor did everything he could to exploit the Usuba clan through the Saimori household. He revealed the Usuba power to the Saimoris and even gave them a large sum of money to help the Usuba financially. Furthermore, Prince Takahito revealed that the emperor was responsible for the Usuba economic downturn. It was true that the Usuba family had fallen on hard times and could barely support themselves. Sumi was supposed to marry another member of the clan, but she chose to marry Shinichi Saimori instead. She eventually gives birth to Miyo and decides to conceal her daughter's dream sight in order to convince everyone, including the emperor, that her daughter does not have a gift. Sadly, Sumi died of natural causes, which became equal to the fact, in the knowledge of the people, that the Usuba clan has gone extinct. Since Miyo's gift was sealed by Sumi at a very early age, everyone believed that Usuba clan is no more. And since nobody knew about the existence of Usuba clan, or their actual abilities, nobody could claim that Usuba live under a different name to hide their identity. Nobody could even suspect its rookies. So, that's all for today, guys. We are eagerly waiting for episode 12 of this anime. If you enjoy my videos, then please add a subscription to my channel and leave your thoughts in the comment.